What's up, everybody? My name is Galson Anthony, the best to ever do it, in another episode of the G2G Podcast. As you know, I always do my intro is, I got somebody interesting today. This one is particularly interesting. A socialite, known for her club hosting, and she's also known to be on the Diamond and Dolls. She's also known to be a little wild and rough, and handles a lot of beasts. I'm talking about Inno Morolong. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm good. I decided that I need to get security here just in case things get wild.
Okay.
Did I start off too rough?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Firstly, let's start off with some drinks.
Yeah.
This drink is called sorelle.
Okay.
Sorelle is Italian for the word sisters, so it's made for the ladies.
Okay.
All right? I want you to take a sip and tell me what you think.
Smooth. There's not even dash.
Nope.
Smooth. Okay, I'm gonna need a bottle.
You need a bottle. You got a bottle indeed. Should I add some ice for you?
Yeah, please. It's very smooth. I love it already because when I go my lives, I drink the alcohol too.
Drink alcohol.
You know?
Oh, we gonna talk about that. Let's get into it, huh?
Okay.
Let's get into it. Actually, I wanted to ask you, you got into prominence mainly because of, how much you express yourself. Now you're on Diamonds and Doll. Was on Diamonds
I
and Doll.
was, yeah.
Right? We don't know if season 2 is coming out.
It
It's
is.
coming out? Okay. Tell us more. How did you get into Diamond and Dolls, and why were you chosen?
I got into Diamond and Dolls many years ago. We started filming like maybe, I think that was 6 years ago. It was our baby, our project, but then our friend Uteboho Ramachari, the producer, invested so much on the baby, and he believed in us, the dolls. That's why he's the diamond and we are the dolls. So yeah, but besides that, I've done a couple of shows, but that one was a big one because, yeah, it was a very nice show. I loved it.
Do you think that was the reason why you became popular?
I've always been popular from high school. And funny thing is, I'm from a small town, but like I think I became, the first time I saw myself on newspapers and TV was when I was doing matric. I was sponsored by Melanie Bala. My matric, I won a competition, so I'm very good in writing, and I've always loved debating. I've always been that child, but I've never been to the best schools. But even wherever I was from, I would make sure that I become the best child that would make it to Joburg.
Gotcha.
So when I was doing matric, I won a matric dance. I was sponsored. You had to write an essay for 250 words. So I wrote the essay and I won. And then I had to come to Joburg, get my designer dress. It was a big deal. And then from there, from first year, I would get invites everywhere, VIP everywhere.
From writing, so you get invited to VIP of what? Just off writing?
No, besides that, I mean, after I finished high school, I opened my own modeling agency and events company. So usually in Free State, where I'm from, when they do events like homecoming, they would invite me and hire me and my whole team to work and provide models and other. Yes.
So is this how you became a blogger?
I've got a friend of mine, my best friend. She always said, Inno. She would be like, Inno, you literally a blogger. And I was like, what is that? It's like the thing that you do online. So what I do online, I just speak my mind. And then my friend just advised me to just do it more professionally and more cautious. I feel like I was born to just speak and say my mind. So,
But you didn't take that advice by doing it cautiously, because you go all out on the internet. But before I get there, it's like, okay, you became a blogger, all right? And then you also became a creative media agent and all, to bring girls there and whatnot, right? Girls, guys. I say girls and there was a smile on your face. Tell me more about that business.
from high school, then to varsity, first year at varsity, I think I was 19 or 20. Between those ages, I registered my agency. And then everywhere when they're doing events, they wanted girls. So, but besides that, before I registered, I would see people who call me and say, I am that person that they can call. I can put a party together right now. So, and then I realized, I'm like, this is actually a talent. If I can put a party together right now, why am I not opening an events agency, a modeling agency? And then it started from there. And
So that gave birth to the entrepreneurial side of you.
side of
You
me.
became an entrepreneur. But then if you did like events company and you were the life of the party, is that what introduced you to the club?
Yes, and when it came to the club, I started in Pretoria and other clubs, but it was so natural. Like I said, you would see what you're good at, and then you're like, oh, there's a business for this, and then I was like, why can't I be a club host? Why can't I also manage? Because before that, I was quite very big, so I
What do you
was
mean by
like,
quite very big?
I was a plus size, but
Oh,
before
plus size.
after I had a baby, but before I used to be a patient girl, so I was very slim. So I joined the club, but I was like,
Take me a couple of steps back, right? With the baby, because I want to do this in chronological order, right? So you had the events company. Did you get pregnant at that time? And then after giving birth, you're going straight to the club? Or did you like breastfeed like for a month?
I had a baby when I was 21. It wasn't teenage pregnancy.
I mean, 21 is not far from teenage.
It's being adult is 18.
18.
So other people have teenage pregnancy is 16, 18, and below 21.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
And so you had this pregnancy with somebody particularly famous, right? And how was that managed? Because now you're going straight back to work, the club, and you have a baby with somebody famous. How did you manage all that while trying to be this entrepreneur?
When I got pregnant, I told you I was a beauty pageant girl. I was very hot. I had the cutest boobs, and then I had the cutest body. I was at my varsity. I was even besides varsity, like I was always in the top 10 in beauty pageants. Like, so I feel like pregnancy, as much as it's beautiful, but it kind of downgraded me.
Oh, it took that beauty,
That
part of that
beauty
beauty
a
away from
bit
you.
of
Yeah.
me away at that time. So I had to take a gap year from university. With my baby daddy, him being famous and his family being up there, they had everything, but they lost everything. They had everything. From like everything. They had everything, the Lambos, Range Rovers, the best cars, better than what I'm driving. They had the life. And they lost everything. But what I like, they took responsibility. They were there for me and my daughter. And me and my baby daddy were the same age. So we had a baby at 21. So the family all came together. They were like, they replied my parents' letter. They were like, they all came from Pretoria. So they took accountability, even though they never paid damages.
So they owe you damages.
Yeah.
Pay the damages.
They owe me damages.
So straight from there, you got into the club life. You started hosting and all. So
Not
you wanted to.
straight. I had to take a gap year from university. I had to, like, I felt like I was losing myself. I wasn't seeing this inner with the nice titties, with the nice stomach. Even after that, after some few years, I had to do a tummy tuck. I had to go under the knife, just to get my groove back. But not straight after, maybe after a year. Then I was like, cause there's no place like home. Even that's why when other people fall back from their fame and everything, when you go home and you humble yourself, you are relaxed. Both my parents have been married their whole life. My parents have never separated. I'm from a family of love.
Just careful of your microphone, not to touch it.
Okay, so sorry. I'm from a family of love. So the pregnancy almost broke me. I don't want to actually broke me, but I had to put myself together. And then I was like, girl. So I came to Joburg. I started the clubbing. People loved me. I was like, people just loved me. Even though I was a fat girl at the time. I was a fat girl, but there was something within me that I think people saw and people liked.
So I'm guessing because you spoke your mind, you were life of the party, and all. Is that how you got addicted to the alcohol?
Oh my God.
I mean, clubs. That's all that clubs do. Just feed you as much alcohol as possible.
Alcohol, yeah. I don't know. Maybe and maybe not. Because there were times where I was not drinking, but I feel like now your guys. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe, but I'm not. I won't say I'm addicted to alcohol like that. But I love alcohol.
Just break down what's the difference between not being addicted to it and loving alcohol, according to you, in your context.
Not like addiction is when you wake up, I want to drink this. I feel like that's addiction. And then me being like, okay, this is a social thing for me. Socially. Like I'm a full-time mom. I'm still a single mom. So imagine me being addicted to alcohol and I'm a mom. And I'm so proud of myself that now I took my daughter to one of the best schools ever.
You know what? I'll give you this credit. I think I called you for the past couple of days to come in for the interview. And the whole time you're telling me, I'm taking my daughter to
Yes,
school. You know, it's like, okay, great. When you coming back, it's like, let me finish the stuff with my daughter first, and I'll attend to you. So I'll give you that. I'll give you points for that.
been
So
my dream.
I will not question you as a mom because in my short experience with you, you've been doing your thing. What I do want to ask is that how did that affect the first few years of your motherhood? Because how old is she now?
She's 11.
She's 11, right? So let's take in chronological order. Now she's about 2 years old, and you're in the club. You're getting wild. You plus size. Now you tummy tucking, and you're starting to figure out how the BBL is going. You said, why did you do the BBL? By the way, was it just to gain a little bit more of that confidence to, supply the demand of what's the? I'm not trying to assume that you were selling body or anything, but I'm trying to say that the demand of beauty is always there. So did this come from the club? What pressure did you get? Was it social media? Tell me more.
No, when it came to BBL, remember before I even did it. So my own, you can even see if I didn't tell you, you are not gonna know that I've done a BBL. So what I did was a very mini BBL. And not every girl's dream is to have like a huge ass. So like I said, I was a patient girl. So even now I have to gain weight because I'm going for round 2. I've done 1. So a lot of girls go for round 2, round 3, whatever. So I did it for myself to feel comfortable. Like now I'm gonna do my boobies. I don't like wearing a bra. You can see I'm
You
wearing
love touching that microphone, huh?
you can see I'm wearing like a sports bra. So I don't like wearing a bra. It's so uncomfortable, like at the back and everything.
Did you do anything to your breasts? Because they're particularly large.
They're large, but I'm going small.
Oh, you're going smaller?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did my body just to wear whatever I want to wear.
Okay.
Did I eat this?
Yeah, let's eat, man.
Okay.
Yeah. People don't argue when they're eating.
Even ask girls, if I'm full, I won't be in my worst mood.
You won't be in, okay. Let's get into alcohol. You go on lives all the time. As a matter of fact, before we started this, you went live. Lives is the reason why you probably this popular on social media. But alcohol as well. I feel like alcohol should have a disclaimer saying that, do not drink too much and go live.
Yesterday I went live and I passed out.
On the live.
Yeah, but it was cute. I even posted on my well, like I share most of the things because I'm a blogger. So I don't want another blogger to come and say exclusive. We've got Inno's news.
Gaia.
So if I'm going through anything, I always share it on my Instagram.
But tell me, why do you get drunk first, then share it? Couldn't you do that like sober?
It's the trick. Sometimes I do it sober, and then I'll be like, I have to act like I'm drinking. So even if anything bad happens, I have to act like, oh no, I was so drunk.
Oh, you want to blame it on the alcohol?
I won't lie. I would do that a lot.
Now you know. Exclusive on the podcast. Blame it on the alcohol.
Oh yeah.
But your mouth is what made you popular. Tell me, how is it like dating? Do you think men can manage your mouth?
Yo. Sorry. Guys, the funny thing is now, Gakoisha.
What does that mean?
How can I put it? It's a bit Zulu, but it's nice in their Zulu because I'm Sutu. So like when somebody says Gakoisha, it's like I'm going through something.
Uh-huh.
Gakoisha.
You can't be going through some things for the past 10, 15 years. I mean, you say a lot. So I'm trying to figure out if, say,
I
somebody...
say love life wise.
Oh, love life wise.
Like I'm going through something. Like I'm going through. You said love life. So that's the funny thing. Let me tell you, I'm one person. Yeah, my friends will tell you I love love, and in the industry that I'm at, I know everybody. There's no guy or no girl that I don't know. But everywhere I go, people show me so much respect. I take everybody as like a brother or a sister. That's why I'm like weaving a lot of.
You're not answering my question. You're going that
Okay,
way.
what's your question?
My question is, given how much you talk, right, and the things you say, right, I'll say you got a mouth. How do you manage that in a relationship?
Oh,
That do you piss off your man real
the
quick?
funny thing is that the funny thing in a relationship is that in a relationship or a friendship, I'm a sweetheart. Then it goes back to social media. Then if I have to go live, I will put this. Then when I'm in a relationship or friendship, ask everybody about me behind the scenes of maybe whatever. I don't do that.
Why don't I believe that?
I don't, but I only do it if I'm drunk or if I have to approach my man or if something is pissing me off, I'm gonna become the Inno that you see online. But most of
But
the
how many times does your man or a man piss you off? I'm just trying to figure out, is it like every day except on Thursdays?
no, it depends. It depends, guys. So answering your question is that the big mouth or the loud whatever in a relationship or any relationship or friendship, I don't want to lie. You can check with my close friends or my previous exes. That's why my ex is running after me now.
Why does every girl say that? Every single girl's like, and my ex, they
But I'm
always
not
coming
lying. I
back.
would even show my friends. I'm not even.
So which ex is coming back? Tell us. And he must say yes, it's true, or no, deny it.
I got receipt.
I tell you, I know you and receipts. Which ex is still trying to hit you up?
I don't want to fuck that up.
But what is the thing you don't want to mess up?
I feel like now we have a friendship and we're gonna get into business.
So it's one ex. Which one is that? I thought it was exes. So it's one ex. Which
It's one ex, but no, can't say his name now. Yeah,
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I literally, I feel like I'm scared of him.
Scared of him how?
He's done me dirty. I've done him dirty, but he's done me dirty. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna help him with his PR and work, but I don't want
You don't want to mess with him like that.
no, because he's fucked me over so many times.
Just get into your PR.
Yeah,
You'd be a female Nota.
maybe.
I mean, I interviewed Nota on this channel.
Okay.
And I challenged him as much
I
as
like
possible.
Nota.
I like Nota a lot.
I like him. He's so smart.
He is. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. However, he had to be challenged. So
See,
I have
he's
to.
stubborn.
I have to challenge you as well, right? So PR is a business where you have people know who that thing or person you are PRing, right? That's a business you run. But the way you do it is again with this magic little tool on your face, your mouth. What are the tricks of the trade? How do you do it? Do you know that every time you're gonna open your mouth, people are gonna listen to you?
I feel like when you walk into a room or if you're doing some business, you just know that everybody has that instinct. So, like I said, how can I say it? It's
Let's put it like this. How would you PR me?
me. I'm not like your notice, guys. I work in my own magic.
Okay.
I'm not like your notice, but you'll be surprised of my kind of contacts and everything. Like I'm one person that I don't like speaking much.
Oh, I disagree. I think you speak a lot.
I speak a lot, but when it comes to like PRing and work and everything, like you will know, like once you get to know me. So I'm not, there's people like you guys with your brilliant English, you go like, oh, somebody can sell you this pizza for like, there's people like that. It's like with Nota, but obviously Nota, it depends. He can either piss you off, but so I had to also learn to be like, patient with him and we got along immediately. He didn't judge me, he liked me, I didn't judge him. So I'm not that person that be like, so he was also even shocked that, oh, I could give him like jobs.
Okay, so you guys share business as well.
Done a lot of works with Nota. And Nota controls the internet somehow. So I had a lot of business things that I gave him, like with a lot of good money.
Speaking of money and speaking about a little bit of the excess, do you date broke men?
I've dated a broke man.
One who drove a Suzuki?
Yo, Mare, this guy came out. Who are you?
I mean, you got the answers. I don't.
Why are you bringing up this Suzuki guy? Okay, I don't date. I don't just. No, I don't know how to explain this. I work so hard. I've got my shit together. But I don't go out and say I'm going out to date a broke man or a rich man. I go out and say I want to meet somebody that can make me happy or that I can be comfortable with. Because I need to be myself around. I don't want some. So, but the Suzuki guy, he made me be myself. He was nice, but and then he does not drink, and he's doing well. He's in the industry. Yeah,
You did all the drinking, right, for him?
I had to drink.
Mhm.
But he didn't like the drinking. But when we were starting to date, he didn't mind to buy me alcohol. But like when time goes on, I was buying myself alcohol. So I could see he doesn't like it. So, but it's not like he was broke. I feel like he's a cheapskate because he's doing so well.
What is a cheapskate? What, he didn't buy you the weaves? He did not do
He,
the
this we the sad part is that this week he bought it for
He
me.
bought it for you. Okay. So what makes him a cheapskate?
He even for me to get this week, it's not like this guy for 8 years. A friend of mine that is Eva can be a witness that this guy's been running after me. He's been to the Free State. He's like, I've never had a guy run after me for 8 years. And this is not just a guy. This guy is a big deal. Like he's so, but I don't care about him. But I had to care. I had to learn to like him. Because generally he's just a colored guy. He's not like so we had to take time to know each other. I had to give him a chance. And I won't lie, he's a nice guy, but he's a cheapskate. So a cheapskate is he would take me to a restaurant and be like, no, this meal at Tasha's, this breakfast is expensive. No, let's go. So me, genuinely, you can see I can go with my team. I would never be like, no, guys, let's move here. This is too. If I'm on a budget, I will say it initially, but don't make me go and drive. I won't make anyone or anyone in my team.
From your conversation, it sounds like the man was savvy with money, right? He didn't want to overly spend it. And you wanted to spend a lot at these restaurants and so much more. So therefore, he's getting the title cheapskate. Is that the case?
It's not the case because on a normal day, every day, I don't mind. But even if we go on a date, I remember I would pay for our spa. I would, like, I'm not a cheap girl. If I like you as a man, I will also, sorry. This is, I would spend for my man if I really like him. I would spend for you. I would take you on dates. Even, I would do that. I've done that, even for him, for my previous exes. But if you're a nigga and I've never taken you out or paid for anything or bought you nothing, then you should know that
You're not feeling him like that.
Yeah.
When you walked in my house, and today's the first time I meet you, so we know that, so that everybody understands. When you walked into my house, what was the first things you said to me?
I said, ooh, yeah. I said, oh, you're hard. Who are you staying with? Show me your hard.
You're like, you got in here. Who you staying with?
Who
You
you
married?
staying with? Are you married?
Are you single?
You single. I just, why? I'm like, I ask questions everywhere I go.
You didn't even wait for answers. It's like you did some digging up and all. It's like, this is a nice house. Can I move in?
Like, no, don't lie.
You didn't say that. But then, what are you looking for? So I'm trying to press a button here. So
This guy.
when you look for a man, is that the first questions you ask him?
No, I don't do that. I can never, because men don't like that. You don't do that if you're dating someone and come with a bag. Me, I'm very chilled. I wait for a man to tell me, oh, you can sleep over. I wait, a man, you can't be a woman and like, oh, now I'm coming with my bags. I want to sleep. No, it's like, even for me, anyone, for a friend or a man, no. I just want things to go my way. So I want a man to also want his things to go his way because your house is a secret place.
Since you're single, what man are you looking for?
I'm looking for maybe someone like you, but somebody not maybe with a less accent.
I saw that coming.
Not like him, guys. Like somebody like when I'm not saying not like you, but I'm saying somebody that you have that thing. Somebody must have that.
You
thing.
said nothing. Like you have that thing. What is this thing you're talking
It's
about?
that thing.
So what is it?
That thing, man. Like I like a man that's very confident. Most of my exes, I don't want to lie, they're very confident. Are you burning? Sorry. So no,
So
like
if they were confident, why are you not with them?
because of now the toxic.
Okay, they were toxic.
They and I don't want to lie. The sad part is maybe I like a bit toxic because this other previous ex Suzuki guy was too. Yeah, but he was a bit. But I think I don't want to lie. I've got history of the abusive relationship, but not that abusive. Like
Who's
I'm
doing the
like,
abusing?
the man. And
Not
maybe,
you.
Maybe me a bit. I won't lie. I'm not perfect, but
Tell me about this you being a bit abusive.
not being.
Let's go on a Dr. Phil moment here.
I'm not an abusive woman.
When you say not abusive, are you talking about not abusive with the mouth or not abusive with the hands?
I'm not an abusive woman.
But you said a bit, so I want to explore that. What do you mean? Because I think each individual, every individual in the world, has a sense of red flags within them, right?
All of us.
Yeah, we all do. So now the question is that because we're on the topic of abusive, right? So all those peoples that were abusive to you, I'd love to have them here on that hot seat for me to talk to them, right? But then from your perspective, why do you think your relationships did not work?
I think is because now the men, they were never like controlling or like don't work. Actually, most of my men wanted me to work, but not like forcing me to work. But I won't lie, if they never told me like, oh, they saw potential in me that I never saw. It's like with blogs and other things. So I won't say, oh, other girls, most of the girls I know, they'll be like, yo, they wish to just be housewives, girlfriends, get a girlfriend allowance. Me, most of the guys I've been in relationship with, they've been like, no.
Baby girl, you're not answering the question.
What's the question?
Let me ask it differently. What is your toxic trait in a relationship?
I think the drinking and yeah, the drinking.
So if I made a call right now and said there's a good man on his way here, would you let go of the drinking?
Yeah,
You would?
yeah, quickly, yo. I will,
I like the sound of that. I just might make the call.
yeah.
I just might.
Make it just please. I'm not looking. Love will find me. Yeah. So if they say I always, even like my previous relationship, I told you, this is okay guy was not drinking alcohol. So I knew I don't have.
He's called the Suzuki guy.
Yeah.
Okay, listen here, Suzuki. I want you to understand, all right? I have nothing to do with this, all right? He's called the Suzuki guy was not me.
Yeah, but but he was a nice guy. He had better investments. He's bought me shoes. We've stayed together for like 3 months, and we
Sounds like you still have a heart for him.
no
You sure? Give her a call.
no
Let's go into something a lot more wilder.
yeah.
Why are you starting so many beefs? What's your beef with Babalwa? What's your beef with Teboho, Tebejani? Now, I mean, you just got out of court recently with her. What is your beef from your words before I say it from what the court documents say?
I cannot comment. Like you said, court. We're dealing with court orders. We're dealing with
So this thing's limited. Okay,
like
granted.
I've heard that you're friends with. Let me keep quiet.
Who am I friends with? You could say their name.
She once took me to court, but I can choose you.
Okay.
And they had to gang with this old woman, some other old woman that I won't mention on this podcast. So
Okay, so then let's put the topic in general, right? For the sake of not trying to get you into trouble and then I have to be responsible for it, right?
Yeah.
Let's generalize it. There's a few women that you've called pimps, a few women that you say they sell their bodies. Tell me, why do you say that? And I will attest to something. A lot of the times it is true, right?
Thank
A
you.
lot of the times it's true. And the thing is, although I can't specify who, and who, unless that particular person comes at me, it is most of the time true. But from your perspective, since I'm interviewing you, why do you think so? Have you seen some things or have you spoken to some people that can attest that, hey man, I bought some booty off this person?
I said what I said. People can go any way they want to go, and I said what I said. And I still have some evidence, but unfortunately, sometimes in court, they tell you that people still have the right to privacy. So that's one thing I've learned that, even if you're going to say,
But if he's selling booty, that's not private. That's public.
thank you. So even when somebody takes me to court and I've said they're a prostitute or you're an old woman or you're a young woman selling ass, and then even besides me, people have said that you do that, and now I have to pay for being Inno. Inno said it, but other people have said it, but they won't get the penalty.
So
it depends on who said it.
Okay, so I want to
It's like
get
with
there.
nota when people are taking into court. Some people have said whatever, but because of its nota, then people know that how much people will believe.
Let's just keep Nota for now out of the topic and we'll bring him back. Although he would love this. You know, you say Nota's name, he would love it. So I want to get to the point where it's like, okay, so you saying, or if I'm rephrasing what you're saying, is that everybody knows some of these individuals, if not all of these individuals that you've mentioned before, do sell the cake. The difference is that everybody knows it. You're the one that's saying it, and everybody's mad at you for saying it when everybody knows it.
So I'm breaking the code of, in this industry, everything is supposed to be hush hush. There's words they use. It's like when you're being called for a hookup, it's not a hookup. They're calling it, are you available for P? So we are breaking the codes. We're breaking what's happening in the underworld. So now Inno is there with a loud mouth saying everything happening around. So people will even pay. Take this one, finish her, get her arrested. But my God is good. I'm here, I'm sitting.
Let me flip it a little bit. Have you sold cake before?
Um,
Come on, it's okay to be honest. If you sold once, twice.
I've never sold cake, but I've been with friends that have sold cake, and I've had people that want to buy my cake, and I've never sold pussy, but I know a lot of people that have, and I never judge them. And even like with me, remember I told you I've never been so confident before with my body, so I've no reason to like go and be.
Are you mad because they're making money out of their cake and you're not making money out of their cake?
I'm not even mad because I sleep good at night. I'm not mad because I know what these girls go through. When they would tell me how the painful part of sleeping with somebody they don't like. So I'm like, oh, it's like that. Then I'm fine with my Suzuki guy. I'm fine.
Okay.
Then I'm fine. But yeah, we know the industry. We know the work. Is somebody in the club? Is somebody around? I know what happens.
You know why it's hard to believe that you don't sell cake, right?
It's hard.
If
Do I
you,
look
it's
like
hard.
I sell? Hey,
I won't
guys.
say it looks
Yo,
like, right?
American,
I'll say the environment.
Antelela. Hey. Antelela. Where's your camera?
Let me put it to you like this, right?
Arna. Utlwa America kile. Abutwa American na. Hey.
Let me put it to you like this, right? You're a club host. What happens in clubs, you know more than I do, right? In the sense that there's always guys trying to get laid. Now, if there's ballers in there, they would put their price on the table, right? Now you've been club hosting for quite a long time.
Over a decade.
Over a decade. So I'm asking, maybe even in the early days when money was not so good, did somebody be like,
You're
look,
so
girl,
funny, this guy.
look, girl, I mean, I got some bread for you. I mean, I could give you this much.
Bread.
You could just come to my
Masake
place.
wena.
I'm asking.
Can I speak my Velek with this American?
Oh, you can't. You
Because
can't.
umqawela, umkhathalise entweni, shoulder phethe imood. Izola re film ohle.
So is the answer yes? Has there not been one, two guys?
No, I won't lie. I will.
And you said yes to?
Wait, batho motho a nkenya mantswe. Ka tlo ntopela buti America.
Okay.
Ta o kopa buti America. O tlo ntopela mantswe.
Is that brother America?
Hey, akere abuti America ska tlo ntopela mantswe. Don't put words in my mouth, abuti America. Because I'll be at your podcast, but I can speak my Velek.
Yeah, speak your mind. I love that.
Because we are surprised. And me, I won't lie. And you are making you know. Someone's oh le mon caca. I'm weak.
So that's a no.
What a no? Ask your question again.
Throughout your career, you've not had any um, proposals to say, "Girl, it's a good night at home. I got X amount of racks, to get busy." I
I
don't
will
mean,
answer you. Let me not allow you to finish. You can see this pretty face. I will answer you. So many men want me, but I choose who I want. Because guess what? All those rich niggas now, they are very controlling and they want to be the boss. And the problem with me is I like to be a boss lady. I generally like to be a boss lady. And I'm kind of bi.
you kind of buy.
I'm bi.
Oh, I thought you buy men. You say you're the one paying for the men
No,
to
no,
get.
I'm bi.
Okay,
I'm
bisexual.
bisexual.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm bi, but yeah, because I'm a mom, I don't want to put that out there. But I have had men that want to buy sex and everything, but then along the way, I would just bring my friends that I know, not my friends, my girls that I know, like this girl would do anything for the bread that you're talking about. There, I won't go. There's girls that would do that. Like, oh, we call it baller. There's a baller that wants a girl for 10,000, 20,000, or whatever.
Oh, is that the going rate? 10,000, 20,000?
It depends.
Mm-hmm.
There's a higher or smaller or bigger. It depends.
You want to tell me some more, but what is a high amount?
If you know the celebrity, but if you know if they know the kind of, if you're from a relationship, you're dating a rich guy, or if you have a nice car, they know that okay, no, this girl will take 50.
Gotcha. So there's some celebrities that are doing this.
You'll be shocked. Me, I've got receipts.
Okay. You were telling me the story. So if the young girls come there and then they give out, they say, "Hey, I'm able to take it." So you know those kind of girls, and not pimping them out. You just know them.
I just know them, and I'm like, do you? Because I don't want at the end of the day, people call me who was what, who was. Please, I'm here. When I'm booked for hosting, I just do what I came to do there. But there's a lot. I know a lot of successful people that are very lonely, but that also need company.
You got a daughter.
Yeah.
Does your daughter see your life? Do people at school talk to her about your life, your wild ways, and how does she respond to it?
I'm very close with my family. Like I told you, yeah. My daughter, I don't think she sees my life, but you know what I do. Like the same way I would say, I have to be with my daughter. I'm always with her. So I sit her down. I'm like, we know this kids, they love TikTok now. We can try to, she does not have a TikTok account, but I know she goes on TikTok just to check challenges and everything. So I'm like, whatever you see on the internet, mommies, and I act. I say I'm on TV, I act. So whatever you see mommy saying, just know mommy's, even sometimes I go like, and then when I go live in the house, I go like, kids, go upstairs or go to the other room. I'm like, mommy needs to work. Because sometimes people pay me for promo, to do promotions. Do you understand? During the live, if my views are going up, somebody paid me for promo, I need to. So my daughter, I don't know if she sees them, but I've had a situation where I sit her down. Even my family, I'm from a very good family. I set them down, all of them. I'm like, guys, whatever you see on the internet, they thought I'm not okay. They wanted, cause in my industry, I won't lie, people will be like, oh, you people should even have medical aids and everything. But I'm like, my family got me covered. You could ask Eva. I travel all this. If you check my highlights, everything she has seen, she would get shocked. If I need anything, I call my dad, I need 50, anything. So I'm like, my family, they've got me. So I sit them down and they know I can be a lot of things. They thought I'm also crazy. They thought I'm crazy, genuinely. And they look at my lives. Because when I go live, I go like, hey, when I'm live, I don't talk like now. So it's
It's a character.
It's a thank you. It's a
So let's
character.
talk about the character, because then I see that in Nota, right? I don't know Nota too long outside social media. Like physically meeting him, I know him for a short time, and he's visited me a lot in this very house we doing the podcast, and there's other celebrities, and they're like, "Why did you not tell me Nota's here?" And then when they hanging out with Nota, Nota's well behaved.
He's
He's
so
easy to
sweet.
hang out with and all. But the moments the camera switch on, boom, the character comes on. Are you saying that you are basically the very same person? You separate you from your character, but a lot of people know your character and don't know you.
And I feel like that's the best thing that has ever happened to me. And then in this life, if I had to choose, do you want to be loved, respected, or feared? Those are the three things. So obviously, everybody will pretend to love you if they want to love you. So now fear, no one can force a fear. I can't force to fear you. So genuinely, people fear me, but sometimes it annoys me. You understand? So that character I put online, it helps me. Like a lot of people fear me, but sometimes it's very sad because people doesn't know the sweet Inno. So I'm actually, I don't want to lie, I'm fine with that, being feared, so that when I go, when people get to know me, so that not everybody gets a chance to know me or to sit down with me.
I see.
Then they see the real Inno and they be like, "You're so sweet." Then like we even have other business conversations or
Look, my experience, the only diva in you is that you came 5 hours late. That's the only diva in you I've
I was
seen.
coming from Free State. I'll make it up to you.
You'll make it up to me. So on a more lighter and more positive note, tell us, what is Eno busy with?
Generally, I don't like talking about my plans, but now me and my team, I'm busy with a show and a book and a lot of other things. And I've got other businesses, 2, 3, like, yeah. So I'll be opening also a store. So I'm just busy with a lot
You're
of.
just busy. You know what I'm going to ask you? And I asked this to a lot of people that's been on this podcast, because I've done quite a lot of podcasts, right? And I want to know, on a good year, how much money have you made? 12 months turnover.
I don't want SARS to come for me. But
Turnover is not profit. We just say turnover.
turnover, it's very challenging because if we can, I did maths and science at high school. One of the things people don't know, but now the sad part is I can't. But in the man, you can calculate I'm on private wealth, and you can check with my cars that are under my name, my houses. So like I don't like saying the amount of what I get a year or a month, but if you're smart enough, looking at my lifestyle, looking at, first of all, I'm a single mom. I don't have any man. I don't have a sugar daddy. I was dating a guy driving a Suzuki. So you must think of
Mr. Suzuki is our highlight of this podcast.
never mind him. I think my other exes deserve better. Yeah.
Okay, so you make your own money. Don't sell no cake in the process. And all the things that you have, you've worked hard for as
On God.
honestly
On
as you
God.
can.
On God.
On God.
Looking at somebody in
Right
the eye.
hand in the air, right hand on the Bible.
On God.
On God.
On God.
Okay. So, as we close, I want you to tell a girl who aspires to be someone like you,
Yeah.
what should she do? Where should she start? Why should she keep going? And what to worry and not worry about.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I came from nothing to something. From Free State, I've always said my life is your entertainment. People have always been obsessed with me and my life and like wondered, how do I do it? Once you get to know me, you'll know, like, honey, God is with me and I am a go-getter and I work hard. So, honey, work on your dreams and work on yourself and make yourself happy and proud and always come for everything that they said you couldn't have.
You heard what she said. Go for everything that you ever wanted Know that you can come from nothing to something, right? And make sure, girl, you go for your dreams because you're worth it. Those are the words of Miss Inno herself, not mine, but I support that.
Thank you.
So for the next podcast, make sure you like, subscribe, notification. I always get this one wrong. What is it? Like, subscribe, notification.
subscription, and up to what, share and post and what, Mr. America. We love it.
I guess that's who I've become. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. Thank you so much.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you all.